All right, hello Fruitport High School students. Welcome back to another lesson. This one I want to do a little bit of the metric system and some conversions. So you guys should have already watched a video that talks about using the staircase to convert between like millimeters and centimeters or grams and kilograms. And I want to cover a little bit more advanced and where the real beauty of the metric system. Yes, it's beautiful because it's based on number 10, just like our counting system. Yet it's beautiful because the prefix kilo means 1,000, whether it's kilograms or kilometers, kilometer, or kilojoules or kiloseconds. You can put any base word and it works out. Okay, so take a look at here. I'm going to do a lot of this stuff down here on the screen, so a little bit different for you here. Here is another metric staircase that you might be familiar with, the kilo, right, to the milli. But it goes beyond that, okay? And you can actually go in groups of three, smaller, and 3 steps smaller than milli is a micro. So you can have a microgram or a micrometer, and that would be 1,000 times smaller than a milli. Now these steps are drawn small on the handout I'll give you, just because I needed them small to fit on the paper. But you could go 3 more steps to nano and 3 more steps to pico. And there's no coincidence. It's meant that that's how we do numbers, like 1,000, then 3 more zeros with the comma, you have a million. 3 more zeros, comma, billion. Right? And also you can get bigger. When I made this, we went from kilo, 3 more steps is mega. But if you're into computers, you might know that you can have bits or bytes, and you can have kilobytes. And 1,000 kilobytes is a megabyte. And I bet if I asked you what's 3 more steps, even though you can't see it, 1,000 megabytes is a gigabyte. A giga is used as a metric prefix. And so it's pretty cool. All right, so if you needed to count from like a meter to megameter, you would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. You have to count those small steps, even if they don't have a name on them. And so that probably won't come up in the homework, but advanced things. The other thing that's wonderful about the metric system is that the metric system found a way to connect the other units. So like we have units of mass, and we have units of volume, and we have units of length, right? And here we have like a base word of a meter or a liter or a gram. And in the imperial system, which we use in America, that stuff is not, coordinated. Like 1 gallon of water doesn't weigh 1 pound. Or if I took a foot cube and took a foot by a foot by a foot, that's not the definition of a gallon. It's all random. But the metric system had it really well thought out. And so if you look at this box, this has a length of 1 centimeter, width of 1 centimeter, and a depth of 1 centimeter. And so you know that length times width times height equals volume. Well, you might have learned that in geometry, or you're going to learn that very soon. And in this case here, if we take 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter, 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Centimeter times centimeter times centimeter is centimeters cubed. This box has a volume of 1 centimeter cubed. Okay? And we call it a cubic centimeter. If you ever watch Grey's Anatomy and they talk about needing a cc of like a bodily fluid, we need 50 cc's of O negative blood. That means cubic centimeter. That's what the cc stands for. But what's brilliant is this became the definition of a milliliter. Let me get another color marker to make it so obvious, right? So 1 centimeter cubed is the definition of 1 milliliter. 2 centimeters cubed is 2 milliliters, or 9 milliliters is 9 centimeters cubed. So now we have a nice easy connection, a 1-to-1 ratio, connecting something that has a length, 3 of them because it's cubed, but connected to volume. That's amazing. And then the last brilliant thing that they did was they decided to find the definition of a gram based on this. They took the most common substance on our planet, water. And if you have 1 milliliter of pure water, that became the definition of 1 gram. And so now we have a connection between length, volume, and mass. That's a 1 to 1 to 1 ratio. So if in a lab it says you need 50 milliliters of water, you could get 50 grams of water. And that's the same thing as 50 milliliters of water. Now, this is only true for water here. You can't have 1 milliliter of gold. That doesn't weigh 1 gram. It's only true for water, but it is the most common substance on our planet. So a little bit of advanced things here about the metric system. Besides the easiness of converting, what's great is that there's a connection between all of our base words. And there's even so much more than this video shows right now. But yeah, read over the assignment for the next thing to do.